What's up, guys? This is Desert Fox, and this is going to be another gaming news update. Alright, first off the bat today, it was released now, and the first teaser of it, or video showing it, is the Microsoft IllumiRoom that probably is going to be with the next Xbox, whenever it's at launch or further on. It's probably going to be something further on, like how the Kinect came out later on. Now, basically what this is, I'll have the link to it in the video for the video and everything, and maybe even the video in the side. We'll see how that works out, showing it off. Now, what it is, it envelops a room. There was actually patents for this earlier on this year that was released, and that people found out and got thrown on the internet then. And then earlier in the summer, in that big, like, what was a 70-some page apparent Xbox thing or whatever, that people were skeptical of it. It shows something similar but with glasses, if that was actually accurate, and Microsoft was like, okay, we understand people don't want 3D glasses and stuff like that. People don't want to wear glasses while doing this stuff. But basically, it can, like, show, like, there's part in the video you'll see where they're playing a first-person shooter and they're using a flamethrower, and the flames will, like, come off the screen on your walls and everything. So this is pretty cool and pretty cool tech. Probably something would sit behind your TV for scans of room, for the shape of the room, how they are, where the corners are and around your TV, and then like if you're playing, it'll show the rest of the environment and your peripheral around you and whatnot. It's pretty interesting, and it's pretty cool to see where this will go and how this works out. But this was the first thing they've shown on it. It's probably still a year or two out from the looks of it. I mean, this is this constant thing. There's one where it's showing a kart racer game, and it's a snow map where it's snowing, and you can see it looks like it's snowing in your room then on the walls and stuff because of this. So this is a really cool thing. It could be really used to immerse gamers more into it and whatnot. So this could be a really interesting concept, and we'll see how this turns out or where it goes. But that was the first thing that came out today. Alright, the second thing was, we got the first teaser trailer to Cyberpunk 2077. Now, this is brought to us by CD Projekt Red, which is the developers who brought us Witcher and Witcher 2. So, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Their games are usually designed for the hardcore gamers. They're not easy games that hold your hand. So this is really interesting. It looks somewhat like pretty much a Ghost in the Shell like game, which signed me up. I mean, come on. Looks really interesting. Apparently, none of the characters though in the teaser trailer are playable characters. You're going to design your own character and play through it, and you're going to be able to augment your character with cybernetic parts and whatnot as much as you want. But the more apparently you put on yourself, modify yourself, the more you lose your sanity. So this could be a very interesting game and everything, but this wasn't the only thing. If you caught it and toward the end of the trailer, then I'll have the link down below just like everything else. There was a part that said it coming when it's ready. They put on, so there's no date or any speculation. They're not ones to do that. They'll work on the game. They want it polished as well as they can get it. But there was another thing saying about February 15th. See what else they're up to. Could this be Witcher 3? Very well possible, but it said something. There's small text in the background that comes out real quick. 3 with a pause and slow down. You'll see it says about like an open world and stuff. So if this could be Witcher 3, maybe something completely new, a new IP they're working on. Who knows? Definitely looking forward to it, because more games from CD Projekt Red is awesome. They're an awesome studio. Alright, the next part we have here is, it's been announced, PS3 is outshipped Xbox 360. Is this a big deal? Not really, because it's shipped, not sold. I mean, if you even look at the holiday weekend, Xbox, or not holiday weekend so much as Black Friday week it was, the sales and numbers were announced, where Xbox outsold PS3 and Wii U combined. But it was, I think, Xbox only sold like 20,000 more than PS3 over the Black Friday sales, and I think it was something like 30,000 or something maybe for the PS3s. But they're still moving on, which is good for Sony. Hopefully this will let them maybe come back a little after the whole 3D television thing. Nobody wants it, and their stock plummeted. But yeah, this isn't a huge deal. This is shipping, but the fact they were able to catch up on shipping means consumers are somewhat still getting in, but this could be a lot restocking warehouses at places like Amazon or Walmart. Probably they stock up all the supplies after the holidays and stuff, getting ready for that last of the sales, which will dwindle off as we get closer to the new consoles. But yeah, not a big deal. The fact they caught up though after being released a year after the Xbox 360, yeah, but not a huge thing because this is, again, shipped, not sold. Alright, the next part I'm going to talk about here is was shown off at CES now is the Razer Edge, which was shown off under a project name last year's CES. So this is basically the first tablet designed for hardcore gamers. Now, it's pretty powerful for a tablet. They are actually showing it off with games like Dishonored and stuff. You'll be able to run games like Guild Wars 2 on medium settings, I think it is, exactly at 35 frames per second, and other games like that. So it can play pretty powerful games. Now, the side part on the like PlayStation Move controllers was originally in the project in the early stages of it that was shown, were connected to it. They can come off. That's an attachment. One thing apparently is with gaming though, it has a shorter battery life. There is an extended battery you can buy and whatnot, but most likely if you're using it for gaming like that, you're gonna be charging it, probably have it plugged in. Tablet life, I think it has up to like a 6-hour battery life, so the life for while gaming is lower. It's somewhat expected when it's something that powerful, especially for, this is pretty much the strongest tablet there is. Most powerful, it's one that can run the best stuff and best looking stuff. When it's that powerful, it's gonna have to draw a lot of power. So this is expected. As probably the next version after a year or two, they'll probably be a better battery because they'll be able to figure out something with it a little better. They'll also, I mean, like I said, you either plug it in, but there's actually an HDMI out port. You can hook this up to your television and use this as a console. So, and some people are like, oh, but for this price, because it's going to run pretty pricey. It's probably going to be more like I think around, it's the 400 prices. There's going to be 2 different versions of it. But people, or I saw even comments of videos on it, were complaining about, oh, this isn't, well, you could just build a PC for just how much more. But it's like, this is for mobile. This isn't for someone who's just sitting at home usually. I mean, this could be pretty cool for people who travel a lot, who are in hotels a lot, and be like, oh, I can just take this tablet instead of taking my big gaming laptop, or you can't really take your desktop or your Xbox and all that stuff. It's like, oh, I can take this tablet, I can use my Steam stuff on it and whatnot, Steam games and other games, and oh, I can even connect it to the TV or probably in the hotel room if you travel a lot and stuff. This is mainly more who this is for. So this is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Me myself, not sure if I'm probably gonna get one. I mean, at the price, I'm not traveling a lot. When I am, I don't have the time to be able to sit and play tablet. I'm not flying a lot on planes or in hotel rooms where I don't have a lot of stuff. But a person like that, I could see this being something really cool and really awesome, especially just for the tablet ability. You can movies will probably look really good on it. So this is really interesting to see. I'm a fan of Razer products. They don't disappoint. Their products are usually always very nice and good quality. So I'm excited to see how it comes out and how the reactions are when it finally gets released. And it's supposed to be here in the first quarter of the year, as they say, so maybe a March release date we'll see here. They said to listen soon, so it could be out very, very soon. So that it's something to look forward to, and it's pretty awesome. We'll see how this turns out. Alright, the next part is, so Microsoft has been building a studio that was some things talked about before, for more games, for exclusives for this, and today it was finally given a name as Lift. Now this is heading it is one of the heads, higher up people from Rare. So this is a company that apparently their statement is that this will be more toward cloud-based gaming and more downloadable games, because they see that Xbox Live Arcade and stuff like that, where you can just download cool games like this, and that things are changing, that downloadable and arcade games are and retail is kind of meshing together, that there isn't this separation between them. It's just basically them releasing, and the point of the studio is to extend the content and how long people play these certain games. So this basically could be come out with a game and then have more content coming out for something similar to Telltale's Walking Dead, and this is probably somewhat a response to that because of how well that game was reviewed and how well it did and how critics and just people in general loved that game, and it was an episodic thing, and they kept coming out with content because it keeps you talking about it, it keeps people playing it, and more people are like, oh, this game sounds cool, oh, you buy it. It's not something a big game that comes out, oh, people play it for a month or two, that's it. This is something to keep the longevity of this going on and lasting for more than just a month or two or whatnot. This is them trying to keep people playing these games for a long period of time, and with cloud gaming stuff. So this is really interesting to see what Lift will be coming out with. It'll definitely be something. They're working on stuff most definitely for the next Xbox, or whatever they want to call it. We're just going to call it that for now because it's probably what they are. They're probably going to move toward more of taking the thing out of Apple's page, because that brand Xbox is on a lot of stuff now. You have Xbox Music, there's Xbox Video, there's Xbox like everything. So this is probably what it's going to be called, but I'll be doing another video then on that, on my predictions for the gaming year as it goes on, because this year is going to be awesome. I'm excited. More and more stuff starting to come out of like CES and these studios, and we're going to start seeing trailer teasers and whatnot for videos leading up to E3 for games that they won't say what they're on or really much about them yet, because they really can't, because they're next gen, and you obviously know that because no one's releasing a trailer now and it's not next gen. Everybody knows that they're coming. But that was the next part, was that they opened a new studio. What more announcements as far as if Microsoft is going to announce more studios that they've been working on or opening it up. I can definitely see Microsoft doing it. They're moving in the right direction with the next console and continuing. So it's this good. I'm excited to see what Lift does. Alright, the next part I wanted to talk about is the Oculus Rift that was at CES, and people were actually able to try it out and experience it. Now, I'm not one for 3D or kind of these gimmicky things, but I looked more into it, and it seems something that could be the future and really cool. And also, even I saw people talking about it who aren't for 3D, aren't real big about that and don't want that, but when they tried this out, completely changed somewhat of how they felt about the Oculus Rift. Which the Oculus Rift, if you don't know, is pretty much like a set of box goggles almost, it looks like, in a way. Goes over your eyes, and it immerses you. It's supposed to be like virtual reality, much like the Virtual Boy, but 20 some years later. But actually what it does is each eye, it has two different screens, an image for each eye. So this could be moving toward virtual reality, and maybe eventually, I mean, we can all wish a Sword Art Online game, something like that, where you're into this world, it's virtual reality, it's like you're actually in it, which could be awesome if they could combine this with maybe like gloves or something with Move technology or something like that from Kinect, but not so much Kinect as more of a gloves. This could be awesome, but this is definitely something interesting and really cool. They say they're going to work on before it's released to keep refining it, make it lighter, make it more comfortable, which is really awesome. And we could see some really cool, awesome looking things on this. I can definitely get behind this. The price tag, I don't know exactly. I don't know if there's been one released. It doesn't seem to be yet. It's still something that's working, but this is really, really, really awesome. I'm super excited for this, to see what comes out of this and how it evolves to its release. I mean, just something that could be more immersed in it. The more immersed you're in the game, this is awesome. I mean, I'm not, like I said, not for 3D, not for that, but if I could put on something and it's like I am actually in the world where I am the character, and it feels like that, that's just awesome. I'm super excited to see where stuff like this for the future of gaming goes, and as we move away from gimmicky things like PlayStation Move and whatnot and the Wii. Alright, now the final part I have here is at CES, it was there as what they're saying is the Steam box is there apparently, but it's under the name of Piston there, and it's from X3, which actually they had a Kickstarter a while back that failed and was not completed, but Valve stepped up and threw a large amount of funding at them for this. So there's a lot of speculation that this could be the Steam box, which we've heard about and whatnot, and especially since it's designed, it's just basically a small combat thing, not very big at all. Interchangeable though. The thing is, you're going to be able to upgrade it, be able to open up and put in a new graphics card if you want and not. And so this is really interesting. The price tag is a little more than what I was really expecting Steam would be doing, but I guess if you want to play high power things on your TV, this as much doesn't make as much sense to me, as I have a higher end PC. But I guess for people who don't and they want to play on their TV, I mean, I can just take an HDMI cord and run it to my television right next to me, or right over there, and I'm able to do Steam big picture mode stuff, which this was them moving toward getting on TVs, but they really want to be in your living room. But it's apparently there for what's in the hardware, the base. The estimates are around $1,000 is what people are saying. It's right now as X3 or Piston is what it's being shown as at CES. Is this actually is the Steam box, or of the prototype of it? There's no confirm on that yet. So, but this is pretty awesome that we can see something like this, that Valve is actually taking that step. It'd be really interesting to see them do that. But like I said, if I'm gonna be playing Steam games, it's on my high-end PC. That's even more powerful than what this would be. But if you don't have that, and you rather have something in your living room where you can just use the games that let you use a controller for that, I could see that being on your TV. Because in all honesty, sitting in a couch and being able to lean back, especially if you're like me who had eye back problems, it's able to, your back doesn't bother you as much as sitting over a keyboard and mouse, as I can sit back in a couch or a chair with a controller, especially if it's wireless, and be able to on a big TV and be able to see that. So this is definitely all pretty cool. Definitely looking forward to see what comes out of this, what exactly it is. Is this the Steam box, or is this just something Valve was backing up because they like the idea of it? That it's pretty much a mini PC is what it is, or tower, and then you can just hook up to your TV. Definitely it's just saying there'll be more coming out to it as the year goes on, obviously. And whether this is something that's out this year or next year, we'll find out then. But that was basically that, something really interesting, that whether this is a Steam box or what it is, or if it's just something Valve liked a lot and they wanted to back up. Alright guys, that's basically all I have for you today. This was a longer one. There was a lot of information that came out in the past few days over CES and just in gaming news in general. But don't forget to like or comment what your opinions on these things are down in the comment section below and whatnot. Let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And also, then anytime information comes out, I have a video come out about gaming news or whatever I'm put out, and it'll come up in your subscribe box. You'll know right away. You won't miss it, especially with new YouTube layout. But yeah, this is Fox, and I'm out.